My issues with Dave Rubin and Jimmy Dore now, Anna and Cenk, are about the politics of it.
What's going on, you guys? Today we have Emma Vigeland fact-checking Ana Kasparian. Ana Kasparian is out here again just wanting to placate the right, placate these friends in the business, and wanting to, stay relevant and stay popular with the groups, and not really wanting to keep her integrity. And Emma Vigeland is calling her out. I'm going to play this first clip for context. This is the start, and then we're going to go see what Ana Kasparian is saying.
That gang activity happens in slums. It's that the neglect that has led to those conditions, which, by the way, there were gangs that weren't Venezuelan in those slums before that, but that wasn't a news story.
Here is Ana Kasparian's take that he is referring to.
You're watching footage from last August featuring members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua breaking into an apartment unit in Aurora, Colorado. Now, a shooting later broke out in the building's parking lot. And there's also some video footage that shows armed men confronting a driver in the parking lot of the apartment complex. Let's put that up. So if you look closely at the kind of upper right-hand side, you see a car parked and you see individuals approaching that vehicle armed with guns. Luckily, in this case, the footage doesn't show anyone getting hurt or getting shot. But apparently this particular apartment complex, according to some of the residents and former residents, has been riddled with all sorts of gang violence over the last year. But this incident has sparked a big debate and I believe some gaslighting about whether or not there is a problem with Venezuelan migrant gangs basically taking over apartment buildings or causing violent crimes at these apartment buildings. And the local government can't seem to keep its facts straight or its story straight. So look, at first, the mayor of Aurora, Colorado admitted that there actually is a problem with Venezuelan gangs. Let's watch.
These gangs apparently are attracted to where there's a concentration of Venezuelan migrants. And so they've in fact have kind of pushed out the property management through intimidation and then collected the rents. Arrests have been made, but these operations are still ongoing.
After that, it appeared that the state and local leaders kind of went into panic mode because they started to claim that there's no problem at all. What do you mean? This is a figment of your imagination. In fact, the governor, Jared Polis, claims that the allegations are a figment of your imagination. And Aurora's interim police chief said that the gangs had not taken over one of the complexes. Now, depending on what you're hearing different things. And whether or not this is a widespread problem in Aurora, Colorado.
What's up, guys? If you don't know, my name is Justin and I own this YouTube channel. I'm also a YouTube strategist and I own a lot of the channels in the political space. I've worked with a lot of the top channels in the political space. And so many people ask me, how do I grow these YouTube channels so quickly? How am I so good at getting results for my clients and for myself? I've actually worked with a lot of the top channels like Russell Brand, Benny Johnson, Lauren Chen, so many of the top YouTube channels in the political space. And I always get asked these questions. How can I also grow my political YouTube channel or just a YouTube channel in general? And I'm actually doing a free live class coming up on Tuesday, December 2nd, showing you exactly how to grow your YouTube channel and how to make enough money to leave your 9-to-5 job, because anybody can do it. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it Tuesday, December 2nd. So if you want the same sort of results as these YouTube channels, such as Justin is Lost, Justin Reloaded, Justin Reborn, The Progressive Way, Bring the Asteroid, Benny Johnson, Russell Brand, Chris on Culture, The Apostle, all these people, they're all either me or they've worked with me in the past. So if you want the same results as them, I'm gonna show you how to do it for absolutely free on this live workshop on Tuesday, December 2nd. Make sure you sign up with the top link in the description or the link in the pinned comment. Sign up for that class. There's only 100 spots. So if you save a spot, make sure that you show up so you don't waste the spot. I'll see you guys Tuesday, December 2nd. Click the link in the pinned comment to sign up, and I'll see you there.
Remains to be seen.
So here we have the conservative Ana Kasparian creating a narrative. She's wanting to frame the issue as this is an immigration issue. Let's blame it on the easy target. Let's use the scapegoats of immigrants. This is very easy. They're foreigners. We can just blame them. Instead of, maybe this is due to systematic issues. Maybe these places are already low income. There are gangs already there. This is just an issue with Colorado's, with the way that they are treating these low income areas. No, she wants to blame it on the immigrants, the ones that can't really defend themselves. And here we have Emma Vigeland's response.
We want to stoke fear of immigrants. So yes, this is the video that everyone should watch, and TYT can keep pretending that it's, oh, they found a gang member in a slum. As if that's vindicating of this. They took a line, hook, line, and sinker from a law firm representing a slumlord to point to immigrants as the problem and not the overall conditions that lead to anything, any sort of gang activity, any sort of violence in places like this that is unaddressed. And it cannot be addressed simply by cops and border patrol. But here's the video. This is Jose, how the Young Turks pushed a right-wing propaganda story. And it would be nice if our communicators could actually address one of these issues directly instead of saying, oh, well, she used Facebook, or look, there was a gang member. They're distracting from the point, and they're banking on stupidity of remaining viewers. And so, welcome to the Majority Report, everybody who's flocking from that fucking sinking ship. And I feel really bad saying this.
Well,
for all the people who are good at that network,
so many,
which is most people that aren't the hosts.
So many wonderful, wonderful people that work there, including John Idarola, including Francesca Fiorentini, who is a contractor, I believe, and deserved a lot better herself. For a lot of folks that got laid off.
Mondale Robinson just left.
For people who, is one person in particular who I really liked working with, who may have been retaliatorily fired because he was a part of the organizing effort. At least that's a part of the allegations. And perhaps there was an NDA involved. I'm not necessarily sure. But those are the kinds of things that I just find to be, it's sad to see, but I guess at the end of the day, what strikes me from that, and we'll just wrap it up here, is the focus on Dave Rubin being a bad friend.
Yes. This wasn't about politics then?
I guess not.
For me, it was about politics.
But maybe the Jimmy Dore stuff wasn't about politics either. For me, it was always about his bad politics. At the end of the day, he did, by the way, sexually harass Anna and was...
And yeah, it's crazy to see the Young Turks downfall in real time. Ana Kasparian and Cenk Uygur, they are sort of shooting themselves in the foot. They're getting rid of the great people and really turning off the great people that are helping them create such a great network, or creating such a great network in the past. Emma Vigeland is saying how there are, the people that she really respects, and she's sort of drawing a line in the sand saying that, there are the ones that are sort of turning this into authoritarian type of thing, to where they're going to retaliation fire someone, they're going to retire someone or fire someone based off of, I want to get you back. And it's really terrible to see, but, Emma Vigeland is going to, not be silenced about the corruption.
Really horrific to Francesca Fiorentini over direct message as well. Perhaps those were just about personal issues, but I, at least for a while, thought that it was about principles. My issues with Dave Rubin and Jimmy Dore, now Anna and Cenk, are about the politics of it. It's not about personal relationships, because, in fact, if I were more focused on maintaining personal relationships, I wouldn't have even said anything at all. But now we've said it, and that's the reality.
Yeah.
And people can look up that NLRB complaint if they would.
So there we go. We have the Majority Report not only fact-checking Ana Kasparian, not only saying that she is, necessarily turning this into a right-wing issue, but we have Emma Vigeland, who is just straight up dragging her through the mud, saying, this is, you guys are treating y'all peoples bad. You guys are not taking care of your own coworkers. And on top of that, I don't even agree with what you're doing business-wise either. This is not a personal or business thing. Either way, I do not mess with you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's another day in the progressive way.